Okay. Now why is my Streamlabs over here again? Am I VTuber? Interesting. Guys. You ready? It's time. I should have read that. It's okay though. My apologies for calling you away from Charlian at such short notice. On the contrary, we are honored and grateful, and pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. It was only right that this discussion be conducted in person. We are locked in a war of attrition, forced to struggle to contain the threat posed by the towers, and it's only a matter of time before we are overwhelmed. Victory will only be claimed through decisive action, and we have to take that initiative. What is the plan? Hinges on the warning scales and our ability to utilize their potential to the fullest. During your time in Charlian, the Foundations have been engaged on separate fronts with no end in sight. To make matters worse, a surge in abductions of kobolds, Sahagin, Ixel, and Ananta have increased to a number of primals. But your triumph at Rosahome gave us hope. The time has come to free ourselves of the menace. And it is you, Science of Dawn, who will have to show us the way. Garlemald? Previously reported countless superior soldiers and civilians have been tempered, robbed free of their free will. I made it slower. I do not ask what we set aside. The decades of conquest and conquest that we simply choose. I ask only that in choosing to remember, we do not forsake our compassion and morality, for without that, there can be no reconciliation, only death without end. Aye, and on that we can agree our second objective is the colossal tower that Thancred and Uriange observed in the capital. Though its purposes remain unclear, there's reasons to believe the smallest spires are merely a precursor of what is yet to come. Until the Tower of Zot toppled, we'd failed to make any headway. Though the same could be said about the Terraferi. They're certainly in no rush to press further into our lands. I don't know what I'm doing with the voice. I forgot what I was doing, so... I'd wager the Spire's primary purpose is to divide us and keep us occupied while they work towards our annihilation. This would appear to be substantiated by Stola's analysis of the tower's influence on aetherial currents. Based on their observations inside the Tower of Zot, the spires siphon aether from the land, consuming it to maintain their form. However, they draw forth far more than is required, this task alone. The excess of aether remains unaccounted for, but we can be sure it is not being harnessed for our benefit. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if it was being redirected to the larger spire in the capital. There's a logic in that, regardless once we have uncovered the truth. We'll bring their schemes crashing down along with their infernal towers. That's all well and good. But what would you have us do? I assume it's more than handing in over the scales and being on our way. We want you and your scales to join the Ilsabard contingent. Consider an official request from both the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance. Do you accept? Do we have a choice? Perhaps you should be the one to answer that. Perhaps you should be the one to answer that. For the revenge against the Terraferi. Yeah. Couldn't have put it better myself. Stola, Thancred, and Uriange have already pledged their support and are on their way to meet the rest of the contingent. They were positive you would come to save the decision as they did. Luckily, for all the fault, their prediction was correct. Once you embark and devote devoted skills to Alamigo, the contingent will embark on its journey to Ilsabard. Rabon and Lord Emmerich are seeing the preparations, so I suggest you make yourselves known upon arrival. Pick one clothing and verbs alike. Without it, the cold will do you and before the Telephori so much as draw steel. As for us, we'll keep the enemy busy while you're gone. They're not the only ones who can create a diversion. Now go. Safe into knowledge Eorzea will be as you left it, or better, upon your return. Thanks, Merlbib. Neat. Hey, yo, it's A Green Polar Bear here. I'm on Trovo at .live at A Green Polar Bear. I'm also on Twitch.tv at the same time. AGPB Games on Twitter and Instagram if you do that. Also, Discord link will be in the comments. Anyway, comment, like, subscribe, and enjoy the video. We can fly, can't we? What am I doing? It's Midgard. What's up, everybody? Let's go. It's Robin. The Wanderers return. You've been busy bringing down a tower, producing the keys to destroying the rest of them. You should be proud. Those warding scales of yours are what's made this whole venture possible. Will you and Lord Emmerich be leading a contingent? Oh, man. Regrettably, no. Our role is to organize the various delegations into a cohesive unit. Once we have seen you all off, it's back to our respective posts. Hey, it's Daddy Emmerich. We dare not neglect our duties for too long. Our defensive efforts fall into disarray. And just between us, there was a fair amount of opposition to the formation of the Isbar contingent. The very suggestion that we send out some of our finest troops behind enemy lines to render aid unto the Garlemald has made me rather unpopular in certain quarters. Can't please them all. Sadly not, though I do my best. Truth be told, I'd rather much be at your side, charging into the fray. Alas, I've my own battles to fight, where worlds may serve me better than any blade. I hate to say it, but Lord Emmerich struggles mirrors my own. For the time being, the best we can offer you is the peace of mind from knowing Eorzea is safe in hands. In safe hands. As you fight the good fight in Ilsabard, I and the others will do what we can to convince the naysayers that our cause is just. Thank you, both of you. We meet again. Daddy! Much has occurred since we parted ways in how does Gaius start? What I gather, the protective talismans you obtained led to the formation of the settlement. My contribution on this occasion is but a minor one. That being the information I have shared with Maxima. For the sake of people of Garlemald, may the fates be on your side. So you're not coming with us? Strange, I thought you'd have a stake in this. I do. The Telephori have laid waste to my homeland and enslaved my people. But though every mote of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be the one to deliver it. My presence alone would have placed the entire mission in jeopardy. I stand accused of murdering Emperor Varus and plunging Garlemald into chaos. Were I to travel with the Ilsabard contingent, it would give my countrymen ample cause to question our motives. Conversely, those who believe me innocent may instead celebrate the return of a former legatus, an attempt to raise me to a position of leadership, further destabilizing the region and complicating the contingent mission. Whether I am branded a villain or hailed as a hero will only hinder your efforts. It's okay. I understand. Well, it is in your hands. I doubt they'll be pleased to see the champion of Eorzea set foot on ground. I understand. Warlord is in your hands. And I will defend it to my dying breath. After the sacrifices my sons and daughters made, I can do no less. Oh, fuck. Triggered. So triggered. I and the government of Warlord intend to offer refuge to those fleeing Garlemald. In light of Gaius's rather unique circumstances, I instead will assume the role of your guide. Though I may have defected for political reasons, my love for Garlemald endures. I would stop at nothing to protect her and her people. Well said. Might I ask you to escort our friends inside? The other members of the Ilsabad contingent are gathered in the royal palace. I shall inform them of your arrival, so please make your way inside as soon as you're ready. Ah, the remaining members of the Scions, your friends and most of the Ilsabad contingent await you within. Would you like to me to see you through?
By the 12.
Nice. The finest.
Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind.
Are you here?
Started without you.
As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose. We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald. Much rides on the efforts of the Ilsabad contingent.
Indeed, which is why I am glad to find myself in the company
Lucia,
of
nice.
yourselves included.
Lucia.
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end. We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company. Everyone! If I may have your attention.
Everyone. Literally. Fucking little gingerhead kid. I don't even remember his name. Look how cool we look.
Might I ask you to speak first?
If I must.
Oh wait, yeah.
I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation, here on behalf of my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer. We shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald. To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort.
Nice.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Hi, Sicard.
Wait, I know you.
The name's Sicard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had forgotten. Any road, the Admiral asked Captain Hilfier to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked
Hernan.
Of course, if I'd refused, I'd be the laughing stock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhauling as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship. So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but a promise of peace in our time,
Yo, thanks, Hernan.
then that's what we'll do. Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy. Of course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skull.
Well, you're certainly raring to go. But then again, so are we.
They are totally having sex.
The dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest.
Yeah, little thaumaturge. Pippin.
If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow. That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Tarapin and I will be leading from the front.
Yee. Yee 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 yee. Yee 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 yee.
It's been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
Yee. Yee.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fierce yourself. Master Matoya, the avatar of destruction.
Oh, shit. That's awkward. That's so awkward.
With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us. And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest.
No.
But until then, let's give it our all.
One of you is dying. Oh, I think a lot of you are dying. Now I'm like hella more concerned.
As for Ishgard, we Temple
So
Knights
many
are
characters.
forced to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies.
So many characters I like,
Bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in
and
itself.
they could all die.
Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead. Accordingly, I have been designated commander of the Ilzabad contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The four high houses, House Hylinart foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission. Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature, together with the smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa. There is another awaiting introduction.
Lord Emanolain?
Nice. He's gonna die for sure.
Emanolain de Forton, at your service. Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that.
You're still gonna die, and your brother sent you to death.
But should the
Remember that I
opportunity
said
arise
this.
for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
I dare say your fancy for me. All that stands between us and certain dudes.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Honoroa with my tales of daring do.
I believe that concludes introductions for the Grand Company of Eorzea. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
Would that be the Shinobi of Doma?
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various Eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
of my way, you preening fool!
Ah!
Forgive us for coming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
Nice.
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
For battle and blood we come, as the steppe is sorely lacking in ghosts. No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those of Dona, only to find them beyond our reach. But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy!
Yes!
Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Nope.
Warriors of the steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears.
And the Bosnian resistance. Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is
This is a big
fortuitous,
crew.
since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
This is a crew of like 100 people.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamiga. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire. I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi, the common folk of Garlemald. And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy.
Yeah, fuck them.
But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people. No different from you or I.
Fair.
They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all. Fordola, who once swore herself
What's
to
up, evil
Garlemald,
machine?
has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders. Gaius bloody Balesar himself is working to help rebuild Wurlid, a nation he once conquered.
Yep.
So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good.
For the greater good?
It won't be easy. But we're all determined to make this world a better place.
It's a hell of a
Any
crew.
concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy. To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garland Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey. However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi. As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigation systems, further discouraging an airborne approach.
Given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us. So, it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed. Spare no effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
Are they all watching me right now? Well, as one does, right? Yeah. I'm hyping myself up. Play DMX. First we gonna drop, then we gonna stop, then we gonna hop, Wait. There. Here's everyone important that's probably gonna die. Magdie's here? Hold on. Wait. No. No. Oh no. Bro. What a bitch, dude. Fuck you. You suck. Look at you. So we got Sadu. You could probably die. I'm gonna go with Sadu's not gonna die. I'm hoping Magnai dies. I will not shed a tear. I don't remember you, sir. But how do's? Okay. Well. Yeah, Pippin. Alright. Let's fucking do it. It's our last chance to make ready before we set forth. You needn't worry about Rianche and I. We will still have what we wore in Garlemald before. Stinian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath the summer since he spent a fair bit of time up north recently as well. I have no reason to doubt his words. Most of the others will be borrowing Grand Company stock. The rest of you could do likewise, I suppose, provided you're not overly concerned with style. Not to put a fine point on it, but I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats if only I had time to find something of my liking. Hark! Is that the cry of the scions in need of a tailor? Oh no. How? Tutter. I have my ways. Oh yes, indeed. You thought you could sneak out to Ilsabard without telling me? No thing escapes my notice. Oh. I'm told the airship pilot has been sent to meet you. Ah, there he is. Be careful. Love you, Totaru. Oh my god. It's an honor to finally meet you. We have the Garwood Ironworks. We'll be ferrying you and your contingent across the mountains and into Garlemald. For many of us, it will be something of a homecoming. Our illustrious founder was only our most notable Imperial defector. For that reason, the company is committed to the success of this expedition.
Ilsabard, divided in twain by a vast mountain range. Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly? On the outskirts of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius, the winds howl in icy protest, as if to warn against further trespass.
We've received word from Thancred's reconnaissance party. They've sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials.
Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps?
Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they are led by Vergilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number. However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
From what I recall, the 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus' death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
Indeed. In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War. Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
Then it is all but certain they have been tempted.
So, what's the plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald, the very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
How so? Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment? Not impossible, but easier said than done in the heat of battle.
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments, and once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into 2 groups. The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies. As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most. would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
Your proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible.
Y'shtola always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks. All right, once more for my peace of mind. Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely. Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand. The blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow.
Oh, we're gonna live anyways. Some of us. None of those guys mattered.
In the meantime,
I see a lot of
relay
passable
messages
people
back
that
and
can
forth
die.
as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I
A lot
ask
of red
again,
shirts.
but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
Great. Exactly what I wanted. Half a gunbreaker. No.
Keep your wits about you.
It's time. We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count. Damn, spotted.
Can I just fight you?
Must be losing my touch.
Seven hells.
Well, this is probably the sloppiest run you guys will see of this mission. That is for sure.
Damn, spotted.
You are returned, and none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief.
What news from our comrades?
They stand at the ready.
Excellent. Then let the fireworks begin.
Nice. At least I got to do that, I guess. I'd rather just have watched Anchor do that. That would have been lit. A few months later, at the rear of the Isambard contingent supply calvert.
The blizzard's beginning to clear. The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now, if they haven't already. Ishtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be all right, but... Wait! Something's coming!
Oi, oi! Looks like we ain't the only ones who sent out scouts. Keep them away from the carriages! We lose those, and we're as good as dead!
Let's fucking go!
Fighters! Protect the others!
What do I do? I do that. Hey.
A brief respite, but stay alert. Keep the carriages safe.
What impeccable timing! Fear not, friends! The savior of Ishgard is here!
Savior of Ishgard, eh?
You lot alright back there? Hear that? Get to the front and turn the tide.
Yes, I do. Yeah, Stola.
Removed from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
It's nothing that won't heal.
In time.
The trouble is, their tempering has made them utterly fearless. Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit in the first place.
Well, this is the path our young charges would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
That I did.
Come on, Magni. Are you gonna make me be fucking Magni? I swear to God.
That's Vigilia. Damn it. I need to help the others take her down.
I'm gonna be Weiss.
There's no end to them.
I was wondering when you'd turn up.
Shut up.
There's no stopping us now. Come on.
Nice.
Let's show them what we're made of.
Let's fucking go. Oh, Pippin too. This is the way to go.
We have them now. Forward.
raging bull!
Do not fall behind!
Tremble before the sun!
Oh, sick.
A worthy adversary. Rest, recover, reclaim yourself. Then we will fight it.
Sadu had too.
Ha! Ha, loser.
That was the last of them. The day is ours, thanks to your timely arrival. What of the supply caravan?
It's all G, baby.
Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good. Let us take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades. And soon we shall arrive at the capital.
Not so much as a whisper.
The roads leading beyond the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
A buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered. Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone.